really about mindset. It's really about reminding what drives us and where do we want to get, and leverage innovation to get there. And surround ourselves with people who are constantly advocating for innovation. So innovation can come from, from technology, innovation can come from people. Innovation usually comes when this combination kicks off. Hi, I'm Noa. I'm the head of the Google for Startup Accelerator program in Europe. The vision of the Google for Startup Accelerator program is connecting and bringing the best practices and knowledge and experience to really support startups to make the best for them, to help them grow and succeed. I think innovation is key for so many things today. I actually want to talk about the other side of that. I'm constantly blown away by the different innovation that we see coming from startup. And that's the beauty about innovation. It doesn't have to come from, top down, but actually, usually it comes bottom up. When you have more restrictions, less budget, right? Like when you really need to solve for a challenge, then usually you start thinking very innovative. It's very inspiring to see how they bring constant innovation. We should all constantly keep challenge ourselves for that mindset. It's usually when they start scaling, when we see challenges kicking off. One of the challenges is understand how do you actually scale to really make your idea or your product out there relevant for millions, when currently you know how to focus on making it work for a very specific audience or a small amount of users. We worked really closely with the WFP Program Innovation Accelerator to develop this collaboration where the Google for Startup Accelerator Mentor Network is supporting the organization from the WFP program to really help and accelerate them. I think we found out together that those organizations actually have slightly different needs than what we usually know to be the needs of a regular startup, I would say. They are facing, probably the most severe challenges that we're going to see on this world. They're also sometimes really based in very distant areas. We kind of curated a group of mentors from Google. Those are actually Google employees that are happy to support and devote their time, and they're kind of taking their expertise, especially around different types of technologies and how can we actually support those teams on the ground to make their products more scalable, leverage more technology and bring more innovation to the work that they're doing in the different countries. First of all, really anchor on their vision, right? And what do they aim to do and the value that they are aiming to bring. While you can be quite agile with how to achieve it, or the industry today kind of force us to change and adjust, I would say if you stick with your high-level vision and the value that you want to bring to the world, that will get you far. I think the second thing is something that we sometimes undervalue, but that's probably one of the most important asset that any startup can have is the people within it. So make sure that you really have the right people going through with you. They need to really believe in your vision as well. But once you have a good, diverse, experienced people around you who are really believing in the vision, then usually the magic happens. That's something that I'm actually talking with my 6-year-old, right? The importance of failure. And instead of position that as a failure, it's really about if you haven't failed, that means that you haven't learned anything. Now, a startup has to constantly learn. So if you're not failing, you're doing something wrong. I think the main thing for startups is know how to fail fast and quickly learn from that and adjust. And then the process starts all over again. It's constantly fine-tuning what you're doing by constantly failing. So if you're fail-adverse and if you're afraid of, failures or you don't want to talk about it, it's going to be very hard for you to actually get to the right place that you want to get, to learn, to develop, to grow. It's a common thing that people likes working with like-minded. However, I would like to challenge that in the sense that if you really want to go further, you need to have a really good diverse angles. And that means people who are not necessarily going to agree with you or going to actually represent another voice. But those are the places that are going to get you farther, because then you're accounting for the diverse. So I would say diverse experience, diverse approach, really accounting for different audiences is something that I highly recommend. I know sometimes it's uncomfortable and it might be slightly slower, but I would say that will get you to the right place. I really love the fact that we are working together on probably the most challenging problems that our world is facing these days. Zooming out for a second, I think the industry today is going to a place where more and more companies and VCs understand that climate change and SDG goals are not just in the World Food Program court. It's bothering everybody, and it should bother everyone. So we see more and more within the industry that are working toward that. And I must admit, I love that direction.